In this video, I'm going to show you the best budget mechanical keyboards you can get at every price range. No matter your budget, I will help you find the best pick for your needs. Let's go. First, we are going to take a look at the best options in the under $30 range. First, we have the Redragon K552 Kumara, a super popular tankuless board that feels surprisingly solid with its metal backplate, but the Outemu blue switches it comes with are incredibly loud and clicky. The per-key RGB lighting is actually quite bright and customizable for this price, though the keycaps themselves are pretty standard ABS plastic that will get shiny over time, and the gamer-style font is not for everyone. Out of the box, it has a very rattly and hollow sound that many people end up modifying, which stands in contrast to something like the GK61 that lets you swap out switches entirely. Next, we have the Fantech MK857, and this thing is all about features, giving you a full-size layout with a dedicated volume wheel and media keys, which is fantastic, but it takes up a ton of desk space compared to the other two. I was impressed that it includes a wrist rest right in the box. However, it is just hard plastic, so it is not super comfortable, and the overall build feels a bit cheaper than the Redragon since it lacks that metal top plate. Typing on its Outemu switches feels pretty standard for a budget board, and will get the job done for gaming or work, though the larger plastic case contributes to a pretty hollow sound profile that is not the most satisfying. Finally, we have the HK Gaming GK61, a super compact 60% board that saves a ton of space and uses smooth Keychron optical switches, but you will have to get used to not having dedicated arrow keys or a function row. Its biggest feature is being hot-swappable, which is amazing at this price. However, you can only swap in other Keychron optical switches, not the standard mechanical ones used in the Redragon or Fantech. This keyboard is probably the best for competitive gamers here due to the speed of the optical switches, but be warned that the software needed to customize it is infamously clunky and frustrating to use. Next, we are going to take a look at the best options in the $30 to $50 range. First, we have the Keychron C2 Pro. This board brings enthusiast-level features like full QMK and VIA programmability down to a budget price, giving you total control over your keys in a full-size layout that the other two here don't offer. I found the typing experience to be quite smooth right out of the box, thanks to the pre-lubed Keychron K Pro switches and sound-dampening foam, though the stock ABS plastic keycaps feel a bit basic. The entire board is hot-swappable, which is fantastic for future upgrades, but it is a wired-only keyboard, and its all-plastic build, while solid, doesn't feel quite as rigid as the G.SKILL. Next, we have the G.SKILL KM360. The biggest deal with this keyboard is that it comes with genuine Cherry MX red switches, which provide a reliable and smooth linear feel that's a step up from the stock switches in the Keychrons, all in a compact tankuless form factor. I really like the clean aesthetic with its aluminum top plate and simple white backlighting, but you lose out on features like hot swap sockets and any kind of software programmability that the C2 Pro has. It comes with durable PBT plastic keycaps, which feel better than the other two. However, its thick, non-detachable USB-C cable feels pretty outdated. Finally, we have the Keychron K6 Lite. This is easily the most affordable and portable option of the three, packing a 65% layout and Bluetooth wireless connectivity, something neither the C2 Pro nor the KM360 provide. The typing feel is acceptable for the entry-level price, but its lightweight all-ABS plastic frame definitely feels the most budget and flexes more than the other two keyboards. While it lacks hot swap sockets and has a very minimal feature set, its incredibly low price and wireless capability make it a fantastic choice if you absolutely need a wireless board without breaking the bank. Next, we are going to take a look at the best options in the $50 to $80 range. First, we have the Keychron 5.1, and its biggest draw is the full QMK and VIA support, giving you incredible software customization that the other two just can't match out of the box. I found the typing experience to be really solid thanks to the double-shot PBT keycaps and the surprisingly useful programmable knob, which feels great for scrolling or changing volume. However, it is a wired-only keyboard, so if you're looking for the wireless freedom offered by the Ajazz or the Royal Kludge, you will have to look elsewhere. Next, we have the Ajazz AK820 Pro, which immediately grabs your attention with its tri-mode wireless connectivity and a full-color TFT screen that can show GIFs or system info. What I found impressive is the gasket mount structure inside, giving it a much softer and more flexible typing feel than the stiffer tray mount design of the Keychron 5.1. While the screen is a fantastic party trick, its proprietary software is not as powerful or user-friendly as the V1's VIA, and the overall plastic build feels a bit lighter than the other two. Finally, we have the Royal Kludge RK87, which offers a more traditional tankless layout for those who want dedicated navigation keys, but also gives you that fantastic tri-mode wireless connectivity like the Ajazz. I see this as the ultimate budget starting point. It's a super reliable and hot-swappable board that gives you all the core features you need without the extra flair of a screen or knob. Out of the box, the stabilizers on my unit were a bit rattly and the sound was more hollow compared to the foam-filled Ajazz, but it's an incredibly easy board to open up and modify yourself. Next, we're going to take a look at the best options in the $80 to $120 range. First, we have the Keychron K8 Pro. This 10-keyless keyboard is a customizer's dream right out of the box, offering QMK and VIA compatibility for deep remapping and macros, which is just fantastic at this price point. It provides a surprisingly premium typing experience thanks to its pre-lubed switches and sound-dampening foam, although the all-plastic build and tall case design feel a bit basic and might have you reaching for a wrist rest. With its reliable Bluetooth connectivity and an easy-to-use switch for Mac or Windows layouts, it's an incredibly versatile and feature-packed board that sets a high bar for what a sub-$120 keyboard can be. Next, we have the glorious GMMK 265%. This board feels a little more gamer-focused with its compact 65% layout, a sturdy metal top plate, and some of the brightest RGB lighting I have seen in this bracket. While it's also hot-swappable, letting you easily try new switches, it comes with keycaps made of acrylonitrile Butydiene styrene plastic that feel cheaper and will get shiny over time, which is a definite step down from the Keychron's PBT keycaps. The dedicated Glorious Core software is fine for changing colors, but it feels much more limited than the VIA software on the K8 Pro, making this a great board if looks are more important to you than deep functionality. Finally, we have the Newfie Air 60 V2. This is the wild card of the bunch, built for portability with its incredibly slim, low-profile design and colorful PBT keycaps that really make it stand out. Its biggest advantage over the others is the wireless flexibility, giving you not just Bluetooth, but also a fast 2.4 GHz dongle for a lag-free connection, something the other two are missing. While it impressively crams in QMK and VIA support, the low-profile typing experience is very different from a standard keyboard, and finding custom parts is much harder, making it a niche choice for those who prioritize a unique style and on-the-go use above all else. Next, we're going to take a look at the best options in the $120 plus range. First, we have the Asus ROG Azoth. This keyboard is an amazing all-rounder with a gasket mount and multiple layers of foam that give it an incredible typing sound and feel right out of the box, though it does come with a very premium price tag. Its standout feature is the built-in OLED screen and control knob, which are genuinely useful for on-the-fly tweaks, but you are still reliant on the somewhat clunky Armory Crate software for deep customization. The Azoth's tri-mode connectivity makes it super versatile for any setup. However, its hot-swappable switches, while excellent, are traditional and lack the game-changing adjustable actuation you will find on the other two boards. Next, we have the SteelSeries Apex Pro Mini. This is a pure gaming weapon in a tiny 60% size, built around OmniPoint 2.0 switches that allow you to set your actuation point anywhere from a hair trigger 0.2 millimeters to a firm 3.8 millimeters. The rapid trigger functionality is fantastic for fast-paced first-person shooters, giving it a speed advantage over the Azoth, but losing the dedicated arrow keys and function row for this compact size can be a pain for typing or daily use. While the build feels sturdy with an aluminum top plate and quality PBT keycaps, it sounds much louder and more hollow than the Azoth, and its adjustable switch technology is now in direct competition with our final keyboard. Finally, we have the Wooting 60 HE+. This is the board that really shook up the gaming scene, using special Hall effect switches that give you true analog input and a mind-bogglingly responsive performance with its rapid trigger feature. Its implementation of rapid trigger is widely considered the best you can get, feeling even a step ahead of the Apex Pro. However, this performance comes at the cost of being wired only, lacking the wireless freedom of the Ajazz. A huge plus is that all its settings are controlled through a simple web-based tool, so you don't have to install any annoying software, but its mostly plastic construction feels less substantial than its competitors, and you might face long pre-order waits to actually buy one. Thanks for watching. I hope this video was helpful to you. If you found this video to be helpful, leave a like and subscribe for more videos like this in the future.